Hi guys, Miles here from Miles Better Golf and the teaching professional at Southwick Park Golf Club. Firstly, thanks you for all the guys that watched the first lockdown lesson on the grip. Appreciate your feedback, thank you very much. Did plan on moving forward and going outside, but it's pretty grim out there, so we'll have a little front room one. And it won't affect us too much because I want to go on to the setup, and it's a sort of static thing. We don't need to swing a club. So let's move on from the grip, but go back a little bit, because your first job always when you come to hit a golf club, you want to aim the club at the target. I know that sounds really basic, but your number one job is to point that leading edge at your target, because you can't put your grip on then try and do that. So you're going to point your club at the target. This is your ball to target line, then you're going to put your grip on. So that comes almost as one unit, but it's a mistake you will rarely make. But I remember seeing a video about Tiger Woods a few years ago, and they said, "What are you working on, Tiger?" And he said alignment. I thought, oh, that's strange. But when you think about it, when you're hitting the ball 300 yards, if you're not aligned properly, then there you go. Okay, so making your correct setup position comes in quite a few parts, really. Something that you will do without thinking, but at the moment we need to break it down a little bit. So you've got your grip on, we've aligned our club. So aim, grip, ball position and stance comes together, really. So I like your feet to be the same width apart as your shoulders. It gives you the right amount of balance, and it lets you start to begin to make the dynamic moves in your swing, as we're going to do later on. So obviously too narrow a stance, you'll probably teeter a bit, your balance won't be great. Too wide and then the moves are too restricted. So just try and find that point where your feet are the same distance apart. Just let your hands hang down naturally, and that'll start to build that first position. Now this is the important bit for me. It's the posture part, and a way that you can probably quickly look at someone and think that looks wrong or that looks right, even if you don't know much about golf, because you need to be in this sort of dynamic, ready to hit position. If you think about a cricketer in the slips, or a tennis player about to receive a serve, or maybe a goalkeeper about to make a save, they're all in this very similar position, which we actually take to our golf swing. So your feet are the same distance apart, your weight slightly tilted forward, and with a bit of flex in your knees. Now that's really important that you get that little bit of flex in your knees at the start. Too straight a leg, and you won't be able to make a proper turn, and you won't be in that dynamic position. Too flexed, and that'll cause other problems as you gain and lose height. So we're going to find that nice little balance point with your feet, a little bit of flex in your knees, and then going up from there, nice straight back. And this is an important one, but something that people don't think about is you need to get your chin up a little bit. It's very easy to get in a very concentrated position as you're looking down at the ball. That will then start to hamper the turn as you go back. So chin up a little bit, because that creates a space that you'll be able to swing the club through, and there's a little gap here. So let's go back from the bottom again. So feet the same distance apart as your shoulders, a little bit of flex in your knees, weight slightly tilted forward, stick your bum out, nice straight back, and chin up a little bit. Now your hands just want to hang. They want to fall naturally. You don't want to put them in an unnatural position. So that should start to fall on there like that. Okay, so just coming on, so you've got aim, grip, ball position, stance, and now alignment. This is really important, because this is the stuff that can quite often lead to swing faults. And I'll give you one quick one that a lot of people get wrong. So if we've got our club pointing down towards our flag, our target down there, our feet, knees, hips and shoulders are all on a parallel line. So whenever you aim at anything, just think about railroad tracks. You've got your club on one line to the target and your feet on a parallel line to that. Quite often I'll see people, they'll take a great care of aiming, and then they'll have a good look down at their target and then plonk back down again with their shoulders miles open. So open means pointing off that way to the right. That'll obviously start to give you swing faults as you swing across the ball and stuff like that. We'll move on to stuff like that. But when you grid yourself up, feet, knees, hips, shoulders, all on this parallel line, and then I would just tell you, before you pull the trigger, just tilt your head, look to the target and back and start again. So let's just quickly whiz through that again. So we've got aim and grip. We've got our grip on, we've aimed our club at the target. Ball position. So ball position, some people will teach a constant ball position, some people teach a varying ball position. I go with the varying because I think you should change your ball position as each club length changes. So 9 pitch sand in the middle, and then they're going to gradually move out towards your left heel till you get to your driver, which is going to be opposite your left heel. So a good little tip for finding that correct distance away from the ball, and it might help you because it's a quick thing you can do as you're playing. So if I stand too far away, I've got way too far away from the ball here, it's going to give me all sorts of problems. My fist and my thumb, like an OK, with my left hand on my left thigh. If I bring that so it just touches the butt end of the club, I'll probably be about the right space from the ball every time. It's something you can check. I see a lot of people all tucked up with their hands hanging down almost between their legs here. Gives you all sorts of problems, and you won't get a good square dynamic hit with the club going down and then like that. So it's a good quickie that you can quickly do. Yeah, so that's today's quick set. I mean, it's only a quick short video. Obviously, if we are having a lesson, we'd spend a lot of time ironing out the little things that you might get wrong, but it's still something you can practice at home, especially if you've got your phone or something you can set up. You'll see that if you're in a sort of dynamic position, ready to look like you're going to do something with purpose, rather than a sort of straight, round-shouldered, unathletic position. So cheers for watching, guys. I'll find something for us to talk about next week. Stay safe, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Any questions, just message me. I haven't got a lot to do but answer them.